Our second set between Harlingen South and Mercedes, as we had a little issue with the streaming service that was trying to provide us our coverage here on Rio Sports Live. We're in the second set. Harlingen South won the first one 25-12, and we are in game number 2 of this best of 5 series. Joe Bowling with you, Billy Watson on my right-hand side as we have coverage here of this tri-meet. We had the first 2 games that went flawless on our broadcast, and then we ran into a little bit of a road bump here for this one between these 2 teams, which has been dominated thus far by Harlingen South and the Lady Hawks. Mercedes played a tough 4-game set with Edinburgh coming into this one, and then had to come right back on the court to take on Harlingen South, which had some time to rest. They earlier played Edinburgh, but were able to rest through that. And right now you can see Mercedes is just a bit taxed here as they are trying to take on a good Harlingen South team as they gear up for their first tournament for these 2 teams, which takes place on Friday when they're both in the Donna tournament. South on the right-hand side has been dominating this game. There's a hit by Mercedes that results in a point. And the Lady Tigers cut it to a 6-point game. Tigers will substitute into the game as Caitlin Garcia checks in. Meanwhile, back to the service line is Karime Zamora. Zamora serves it across, a deep serve played by Harlingen South. A high set, and Aguirre hits that in the net. Point for Mercedes. And the Lady Tigers cut the lead back to 5. High set in the middle, and Mika Vinto puts that over on the Harlingen South side. They'll set it up. Aguirre punches that over the blockers. Nice coverage this time by Mercedes. They'll get it over. Back row tries to keep it alive, and they will for Harlingen South. Back on the Mercedes side. Tigers go on the attack. Left side block back at you. Back on the south side. Harlingen South will keep that one alive and get the roll off the net. Now the block by Vinto and a point to Mercedes. That was a long rally, and there were points, scoring opportunities there galore for either team. And a point for Mercedes has them within 4. Ball over on the south side. Ball in the net, another point to the Mercedes Tigers, and after losing the first one 25-12, this Mercedes team finding another gear here against Harlingen South in game number 2. Serve across, a deep serve played by Harlingen South, a high set, and a spike across by Maya Aguirre brings the South to a 4-point lead. Aguirre rotates back to the service line. Back set this time. And that's going to be a lift called against Mercedes and another point for Harlingen South. 15-10 game here in game number 2 of this best of 5 series. Aguirre serves it across. Good return by Zamora. High set off the net for Lemus. Punched up in the air by Giannis on the return. Morellis puts that over, but then return right back to you. Mercedes scores the point. Lady Tigers just in a reactionary hit that time, able to score the point. Ball now over on the south side up into the net area, and a point awarded to Harlingen South as they'll call in the net on Mercedes. Back to serve for the Lady Hawks is Odamaris Vidana. Gets that over on the Mercedes side. A high set center. Vinto tips that over the blockers. Covered nicely by Aaliyah Guevara. Ball punched over and blocked back at you, and then miscommunication on Harlingen South. And Mercedes able to score the point. 4-point game. Substitution for the Lady Hawks. Zoe Garcia into the game. Back row joins Evelyn Yanis. Serve goes into the net, over the net, played back on the Mercedes side. Set it up for Pena, got it off the blockers. It's played by Harlingen South. Back set right side. Nice play that time by Zamora to keep that alive for the Mercedes Tigers. Yanis there with a diving play. Set up Morales. Ball back up at the net. Morales challenges there and gets the point for Harlingen South. Lady Hawks regaining control here, now up by 5. They'll substitute into the game. Ball over on the south side. Morales off the block this time, and that's good for the point. 6-point game, Harlingen South. Alexa Insignia back at the service line. Just gets that one over. And now a block at the net results in another point for Harlingen South. And now they've eased out to a 7-point lead. Tigers of Mercedes trying to set it up on that left side. That's a miss hit. Point to South, and they are just immediately up by 8. Timeout called by Mercedes. Back after this. Back here on Rio Sports Live as we back to action. Reminding you, coverage tomorrow morning begins 9 o'clock a.m. The first game at the Mac High Pound Fest will be in gym number 1 at McAllen, covering games in pool play, eventually leading to the championship day on Saturday. Another point for Harlingen South. Lady Hawks now up comfortably, up 9. Short serve across played by the Mercedes Tigers. Vinto off the net looking for the back row. That's out of bounds. Another point to Harlingen South. Play up near the net. A high set in the middle. Spiked across, played by the Lady Hawks. They'll go on the attack to Morales. Over it goes on the Mercedes side. Back row attack. Played by Yanis on the back row for the Lady Hawks. And then a block at the net by Mia Vinto. Scores a point for the Mercedes Tigers. Vinto now rotates back to serve for Mercedes. Cross played by the Lady Hawks. Back row attack. Geary punches that over. High set for the Tigers, and Yanis with a diving play keeps that alive for the Lady Hawks. Back on the attack, Vinto from the back row. Hawks better chance here. High set, Morales puts it away. And Geary with the defense, and then Morales to put it away with the hammer. Ten-point lead now for the Lady Hawks. Morales back to serve. Short serve, Vinto led her perfect on the pass. Sets it up, back row, out of bounds it goes, too strong. Lady Hawks now serving to take game 2 here. Morales serves it over. Good pass up near the net. A high set, tipped over. Played by the Lady Hawks. A high set, spiked down and in. Aguirre puts it away. South wins game 2, going away. It was close there for a while, and then the Hawks found another gear. They win at 25-13. Game 3 after this.
App to your Roku device. All your favorite shows from VTX1 Channel 1 and exciting games broadcast on Rio Sports Live can be added onto your Roku device by following these simple steps. Step 1. Scroll down to search and push OK on the remote control. Step 2. Type in VTX1 by using the arrow keys to move the cursor around the keyboard and pushing OK to enter the letters. When you're done, choose the VTX1 option on the right-hand side of the screen. Then push OK. Step 3. Choose the Add Channel option on the right-hand side of the screen and wait for the application to load. Congratulations! You have now successfully added the VTX1 app to your channel lineup. It can be found on the main screen under Home at the bottom of the list. For more information, visit the VTX1 website at vtx1.net/OTT.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as the Harlingen South Lady Hawks in the huddle before they head back out onto the court to start game 3 of this best-of-5 series. These two teams will be playing in the Donna tournament, and they're in the same pool. So this is a preview of our coverage. They'll both be on court number 2 on the main gym in Donna, and we're exploring ways to go back and forth on that gym to pick up the best coverage possible, as they've split that gym into 2 courts for our pool play coverage. We know for certain on day 2 at Donna we'll be on the main floor for all of the games, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the championship game, all played on the same court. So we'll be there for that. It's that pool play that is the mystery on exactly how we're going to approach that here on Rio Sports Live. Ball goes out of bounds. Point to Harlingen South to start this game 3 off. Fans that are watching on our Facebook, help us out right now. We're going strictly on Facebook as we stream this game. And we do have faithful followers on our YouTube channel, as Vento puts that one away. So if you're watching this on our Facebook, which that's the only place to watch it right now, help us out by sharing the link to other fans who may not be aware that this game is going on. 1-1 game here as the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South get it to Morellis, tips it over. Lady Tigers are able to keep that alive. Hawks go on the attack, center set, and looking for the angle. Out of bounds it goes, though. Point Lady Tigers. Tigers to serve. That's in the net. Hawks won the first one and made it look easy. Second game, it was close to that midway point. And then at point number 12, it was just, they shut the door, and the Lady Hawks won going away. Hawks now serve it up. Deep serve by Vidana, played by the Tigers. Short hit is covered by Guevara. Morellis goes on the attack and scores the point. Lady Hawks up 3-2. So our coverage tomorrow is in the main gym at McAllen. And then from there, we'll split coverage on Friday and Saturday, both at McAllen and in Donna. And we'll be doing that for the next couple of weeks as we cover these tournaments. Expanded coverage leading up to football season. Ball across, played by Guevara. That's a point for South, and they go up 4-2. I punched a button somewhere wrong on our broadcast system. And the computer and the internet, and nothing liked it from that point on as I tried to stream this series from the opening serve. I had to switch gears and go to another level just to get this broadcast underway. 5-2 game now as the Lady Hawks extend out to a 3-point lead. Otamaris Vidana to serve again. Vidana ready, puts it in play. And an ace served up, scores another for the Lady Hawks. They go up 4. Vidana to serve again. Just gets it across, and it's played by the Lady Tigers, but a free hit coming up. Good pass, Aguirre on the set, and Morales hits it too strong and out of bounds. Point awarded to Mercedes. Lady Tigers rotate back Carissa Moya. Deep serve this time, played by the Hawks. A high set, Morales again, this time back corner. That's a point. Lady Hawks up 7-3. Yeah. 7-3 game, next serve across, played by the Lady Tigers. Looking for Vinto. It's over on the south side. They can come at you again. This time it's Renninger. That one's partially blocked. Back set this time. Tigers can't get that past the baton. Another point for South. Lady Hawks up 5. Serve over by Insenia. Played by the Tigers. Set up Vinto. Can't tip it past the blockers. Time as she was approaching, just looking at the blockers more so than the ball, and the miss hit occurred. Timeout called by the Tigers, trying to stay close. Hawks trying to sweep it.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the... We'll bring that back real quick as the Lady Hawks score out of the timeout and now are quickly serving again, up by 7. Tigers on the return of serve, set it up on the back row, hit over by Zamora. Played up high. Hawks to Morales, pounds that away, back corner, point Harlingen South. And now the Lady Hawks have found that rhythm that we've seen before in the summer when we covered them and in their early action against Edinburgh. Vinto over the blockers, point Mercedes, makes it 11-4. Vinto rotates back to serve. Ball over on the south side. A high set middle. Aguirre puts that away from the back row. Maya Aguirre on the kill. Now Morelos rotates back to serve. Got that over on the Tigers side. Set it up left side. Reniger went for the block, and it glances off her arms. Point Mercedes. Tigers will serve. Substitution in the game as Caitlin Garcia back in for Mercedes, and she'll serve. Garcia lets it go. High set here on the left side, and Aguirre off the block. Played by Zamora. Quick attack by the Tigers off the block. Aguirre right there again on the set. Puts this one away on the angle. Maya Aguirre. Aguirre showing that at times she can be as dominant as any player on the front row. That's a nice luxury when you've got Morelos who rotates through there, and then Aguirre comes right behind her. Here's Giannis, Evelyn Giannis on the serve, and that is an ace. Giannis extends it to a 14-5 lead for the Lady Hawks. And she'll serve again. Short serve played by the Tigers. Back set this time. Giannis is there. Ball back over on the Tigers side. Mercedes looking to set something on a back set right side. This is Lemus. Nothing doing. Another point to the Lady Hawks. Substitution in the game as Andrea Grant checks in. Takes a front row spot for Harlingen South. Giannis to serve again. Short serve played by the Tigers. Good back set this time, tipped over by Lemus. Ball right back over on the Tiger side. Back row sets it to Lemus. Stayed out of the net. Tigers now with a chance. Good pass, high set, Lemus. Back row there for the South Hawks to cover. Set up Aguirre, hits it off the block. The rally continues. Tigers is going to award the point on a lift to Harlingen South. So Lady Hawks up now 11. Giannis to serve again. All on the back row of the Tigers up near the net, two-handed over. Hawks there to cover that defensively, setting up Aguirre again. Got it off the block. Zamora there to cover that for the Tigers, and the hit is down and in. Caria Lemus on the kill for Mercedes. Lemus found an angle. Short on the hit there, a point to Harlingen South. And now if you're the Lady Hawks, you can afford to do this just to trade points back and forth. You'll ease into a sweep of the best-of-5 series. Leading by 11. Garcia with a short serve. That's an ace. Garcia serves it up, makes it an 18-6 game. Mercedes coming off the series against the Edinburgh Lady Bobcats. Staying on the court. They had about 8 minutes to get ready for this game. That hit goes into the net. Point to Harlingen South. They're up 13. Took the first one 25-12, second one 25-13. And then in a hurry to serve. Had to put the brakes on Garcia for a moment. On that return to serve by Mercedes, that'll result in a point. Tigers with an adventurous hit off the net, skimmed just ever so slightly over for the point. Lady Hawks to serve again, up by 12. Short serve, or check that, the Lady Hawks on the return of serve. Set up Aguirre, that's out of bounds. Off the back row on the attempt by Maya Aguirre. Kareem Zamora to serve again. Zamora gets that across. Yana's on the return. A high set for Aguirre, punches it over the blockers, easily covered by the Tigers. Center set, and Vinto puts it away. Mia Vinto on the kill. Ten-point game. Tigers serve it up. Short serve played by the Hawks. High set center. Off the block, that's a point on a kill by Andrea Grant. Hawks get to 20. Substitute into the game as Aaliyah Guevara heads to the front row. Maya Aguirre back to serve. Plays that off the back row. Tigers somehow keep it alive. Hawks on the attack. Watch out for Morales. Got the set. Back there to dig, that is Zamora. Then a lift is going to be called on Mercedes off of the pass. Another point to Harlingen South. Lady Hawks up 21-9. Morales was our player of the game earlier in their game against Edinburgh. Pinto gets that over. Lady Hawks set it up center. And that's down for a point. Another kill for Andrea Grant. Her second kill on this rotation across the front row. Another point for Harlingen South. They're up 23-9. Another serve for Aguirre. Looking for the angle on the sideline. That goes just awry. And a point to the Mercedes Tigers. They'll substitute into the game. To the front row rotates Serena Lemus. Back to serve is Karia Lemus. Second hit over by the Hawks. Lemus tips that over. Ball by Giannis. Set to Morales. Put it away. Morales on the kill. Lady Hawks one away from sweeping this. Back to serve is Andrea Grant. Grant serves that out of bounds. Mercedes staves off a game point there. Stays in the game at the moment. Clarissa Moya will serve. Got that over. High set middle, Morales. That's dug nicely by the Tigers. Set it up this time off the net. Ball on the Tigers side, nothing doing. Point Harlingen South, and they earn the sweep. Lady Hawks start off the season with a clean sweep over Edinburgh and follow that up with a 3-0 sweep over the Mercedes Tigers. And will set sail for the Donna tournament, unbeaten in 2 games played. Mercedes will be in that tournament as well, and they know fully well Harlingen South is in their pool. It's going to do it for our broadcast. Our player of the game this time, I'm going to give it to Maya Aguirre. Aguirre instrumental in setting, digging, serving off the service points, and off the kills. Aguirre, as you see her there walking off the court, is our player of the game here for this one. Wraps up our coverage here from Harlingen South. Billy and I are going to tear down and try to get some rest before we head over to McAllen early in the morning. Reminding you, these games are most likely going to be pulled pretty quick as coaches are suddenly wanting full games to be pulled after the live coverage within 24 hours. So you'll be able to watch them a little bit tonight, but after that, that's going to about do it. Watch for highlights. They'll be up a little bit later on. And until next time, from Harlingen South, good night.